My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slice and Dice 3.0. We're going to be doing Unfair in shortcut mode. We're taking a basic, a defensive, or strays as a party. So strays having 2 rogues, 1 defender, and then 2 random slots. I do want to take unique ones, so I am leaning towards defensive or strays here. I kind of like defensive. 2 healers and 2 shields, and then 1 damage class. Let's go with it. And of course, we are unfair. So mid-jammed, replace the middle 2 sides with blank stasis. Woof. Add a zombie to every single fight when I only have... Well, I mean, having a scrapper is really good. That'll make killing the zombie a lot easier. Enchanted harp. I could get an item if I really wanted to, by taking some more. Slow spells, maximum 1 spell cast per turn. Considering I don't have much mana generation, oh, tell a lie, I do actually have a lot of mana generation, but I think I can probably take slow spells with ease. Spider Soul. The first turn, all enemies upon death kill the topmost enemy. Right, so they'll kill me back if I kill them on turn 1. Also, slippery dice cannot lock more than 2 dice at the same time. Monster shields. At the start of each turn, shield 2 to all enemies. I am going to need to be able to damage them somehow. I don't have much damage. I gotta be honest, I'm feeling closer than any other option to slow spells and monster shields and taking the enchanted harp. Learn Mark. 2 damage vulnerable on a target. I'll give that to someone who's going to live, like a cleric. Pure Heart Pendant, the ability to give cleanse to a character. Let's give that to the Disciple. Worn Arms can increase the value of the Defender here, and I'm again going to increase the value of the Defender by giving them the Enchanted Harp, the possibility of shielding 2 for all allies. So this is perfect. The militia is here. If an enemy gains... Sorry, if an enemy that the militia is targeting gains 5 or more shields, the militia will flee. So the goal is, of course, give 5 shields to the Disciple, as well as many shields as I possibly can to the Scrapper, who then has a steel side and hits the enemy. That's the goal, at least. It's working out reasonably well so far. Four damage past the enemy's armor there with a scrapper, and we managed to make the militia flee. Can't be too mad about that at all. I can mark the enemy before starting to attack them this turn, which I think will give us the best return on damage. Reroll the class of the defender. I mean, I can. I'd probably prefer the what's his name? Alloy. Wallop. I prefer Wallop as well. Wallop has 1 side that says target ally cannot die this turn, 2 sides that stun an enemy with equal or less HP than them, as well as 2 self-shield sides. Oh, and then immediately we're going to upgrade you. So this made no difference whatsoever. Wallop wants to be able to hold the enchanted harp happily. And I do want to be able to give armor to other characters rather than hold armor on myself. The monk is very good at taking hits for other characters, but not good at giving armor to other characters like the Scrapper here. So I'll be taking the armorer. Realistically, I want this enchanted harp on someone else. Frankly, maybe even the Disciple. Golem. Starts with 8 shields. Unused shields are retained. They have 2 steel damage sides. So they'll just do their shield and damage to us. They have two sides that do 5 damage and 2 sides that do 2 damage. The 2 damage sides also self-shield the enemy. This is going to be a good fight. Oh, healing one. There's no reason for me not to throw this on the character. Maybe even the Scrapper, because a lot of the time I will be rolling out on that character. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. The golem here is getting 2 shield extra every single turn. Oh, and our cleric is currently dying. I'd like that not to be the case. If I buff up our shield, I do actually have the ability to shield 1, cleanse, cleave. That'll get the steel effect off of the, poison effect off of the Scrapper, as well as give the cleric some additional defense. I'm definitely going to need to start working away at the armor of that golem, because again, it's going to get an additional 2 armor every turn. The moment at which it rolls, oh god, it's the exact same as it used to be. Because it gave itself 2 armor and also, oh boy. At least enemies are dying. It's the imps that are sacrificing themselves against us and doing a huge amount of damage, but they are dying. Which does have to be good enough for the moment. I do think I should probably remove the bones. We've got 1 bones and 1 golem, and thankfully the golem has not rolled its biggest damage side, but it's still pretty potent. Good shield there. Oh, perfect. I can heal the cleric out of range. And I can get the cleric to full heal as well as big defend the Fae. And in and amongst all of this, I'm capable of generating enough damage to hit the golem. So, wow, the golem fled! I had enough HP for it to run away! Fearless and mini crossbow here. So Fearless, +1 to max HP for the character, as well as a stun side. I could give that to the cleric happily. Mini crossbow, replace the top side with 2 damage ranged engage. That's a very useful side. Especially in a fight like this. So the Shade in the front line becomes immune to all damage this turn for any HP I remove from it. And then I'm not going to be able to go back to attack the back line because there's something in the front line, it's just immune to damage. So having range here or killing the Shade in a single attack are the only 2 available options as far as I'm concerned. Do I take mini crossbow and then just whang it at the cleric? I think so. And then that's the whanging. Here I'll at least have the ability to stun the Wiz in the backline and stuff like that. Capable of taking out the Shade in a single hit with this turn, using the phase boost side as well as the armorer's smithing side to give a huge amount of defense to the field. And I do just want to have an all-out aggression here, so I'll take whatever available damage I can get. That'll do. Stun the Wiz by dealing 2 damage, preventing it from summoning 2 bones. And yeah, it should be enough to get through the turn. Goodbye to Wiz. Suppose I'll over-defend. And then watch it flee as well. Victory +++. Unlocks a mode Generate. Very keen to play that. The Witch as one of our defensive classes. A defensive class rather, as our healer. The Witch is very good. The only big problem with the Witch here is that the Witch's best thing, Salve, her heal, you want to cast that multiple times a turn, not just once. Alas. And it's up against the Poet. The Poet with 1 mana cantrip, a shield 2 cantrip, as well as 2 sides that do shield 2 in charge, and 1 side that has shield 2 to all allies. Then finally, Clink. For 4 mana, shield 1 to all allies, and then boost, so increase the effects of their die this turn. Poet pick. Pick Poet twice, and I got the Poem. A tier 3 item adds alliteration to all damage sides 2 times versus targets with the same first letter as them. Oh, that's great. This is going to be a great way to give a large amount of shield to a single target in order to do some steel damage. This spell is just going to be great. What joy. Disciple can still roll mana. Yeah. That shield's still pretty good as well. I don't want to push for mana on the cleric here and not hit it. I'm left with the ability to do 6 damage to a single target, which I can use to take a single bones off the field. If every turn's like that, it'll be slow going, but we will get there. I managed to craft a turn where I am doing nothing. God, the 2 armor per turn really does put us in a position where I only want to do individual single kills. Thankfully I can weaken the enemy here. So, no poison for us, thank you. I'm gonna want to take another one of the bones off the field, just because, again, that does need to happen. Okay, good roll on the Poet here. Obviously, I'm looking now for the steel side. It's not what we found. And unfortunately, I am losing 1 max HP every turn, which is just making this more and more risky. Ooh, finally we hit the cleric's side. Finally, the cleric actually used the mini crossbow we picked up. Okay, we're already in a much more comfortable position. I really do want to give all of the shielding to the poet to save the poet from any damage here. I'm not capable of preventing any damage, right? Yeah, I don't want to lose the poet, so here I'm going to do 1 damage this turn. Or actually, I can do 3 damage. I can use the Mark Vulnerable to get rid of the shield, and then do 1 damage amplified to 3 under it. Obviously, again, I now require the weaken side, otherwise I will lose characters, and that's about to happen. Didn't get the weaken side, gonna be losing characters this turn. Keeping the Disciple would be a good idea, just so the Disciple can try and revive other units. Actually, light is shield 1, cleanse, cleave. That's enough to prevent that. Savior! Save 3 heroes with a single action. And I got the Halo. And now I've unlocked 5 things for completing a number of achievements, including tactics. Hell yeah. And 4 new heroes. I was really hoping for a lot more defense out of this. It'll keep us around. Again, everyone's now on that 1 max HP. I no longer have the immediate safety tool in this fight, and things are getting more and more dire. I did not get any of the tools that I would require. Thankfully, I have enough damage to take the enemy out. Last legs. Win a fight with 4 heroes on 1 HP. Relic adds swap terminal to all sides. Swap terminal. Double the value if you have 1 HP. Braids. Copy the left side onto the middle side. Oh. And then there's also Ghost Shield. At the start of each turn, Self Shield 2. I really like Ghost Shield when I have a character that has steel sides. Warchief is giving +1 pips to all monsters, which is increasing the potency of both Snake's venom, so realistically I'll be aiming to take both of them out this turn. Oh, both of them, sorry, the Warchief out this turn. So that's 9 damage, that'll take the Warchief out. And then I can prevent any poison on the cleric here. Actually, I could even prevent the poison with that, and then defend the poet against additional damage. Which I prefer, because I'm probably now going to target the snakes. That's my highest priority. Ooh. 6 damage to a single target with the Fey boosted mini crossbow. Snake down. And 1 snake getting pretty close to down. Realistically, I do think I'm best served by just taking a single unit down every available turn. It's a good speed for us. Benevolence. Allow enemies to flee 20 times, and it unlocks the friendship bracelet, which gives you 2 empty max HP, and monsters flee if you have 5 times as much HP as them instead of 10 times as much. Doctor. I don't understand Doctor. I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand. I don't get it. You can do 1 damage to all heroes and monsters. Poison. You gotta have a lot of cleanse available for your team if you're comfortable doing that. But it can't come from the ability the Doctor gives you, which is Liquor for 3 mana. Heal 10 cleanse. I guess you can use regen to offset it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And then there's Eccentric, who just has 4 damage sides. I do like 4 damage sides, but I'm gonna be taking the Doctor. I want additional potency. I want additional aggressive potency, and I believe that the Doctor, the good Doctor, offers that. Bandit will run away if I overkill the Spiker by more than 2. Not gonna happen, but interesting thought. Ooh. Let's get started on the sniper in the back line there. I'd love to get rid of them. Please stop killing my units like this. I can't afford to give everyone poison at the moment, Doctor. Let's get rid of the bandit. We get another ranged strike. I know where it's going, and so does the sniper. Which it actually won't do enough, because the sniper is getting 2 armor every single turn, and now it's no longer doing an engage hit. Oh wow. Woof. That's fine. I think having the extra regen out of the Doctor gives us a lot of longevity in fights. I'm happy to see that. I don't see the longevity in action here. Iron Helm and Demon Claw. Demon Claw adds Rampage and -1 to the left side. Rampage says it can be reused if it was lethal. And then Iron Helm, +6 to max HP. I'll take +6 to max HP. Give that to the good Doctor. Scrapper is definitely going to want to be defended this turn, so let's push towards that. Do suppose I'll be taking out the demon first, then the ogre. Slate's gonna be a hell of a time here. I may have to use poison in order to get Slate down. Otherwise, I just do not have enough attacks. Only die damage can finish off the demon there, but we've got that. That's fine. Let's just slate Ogre and I. Managed to keep myself alive this turn. For what it's worth, if I keep myself alive as well as gain regen, I am gaining advantage over the enemies, unless they use poison, but thankfully this one does not have that, so we're good. Dang, didn't get my steel side. That's it. Still not going to take damage to the enemy here. So I can't be too mad about that. The ogre, and I believe the slate will actually flee. No? Oh wow, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work on the slate until it's low enough HP to run away. I am surprised by this. Woof. Nothing doing here on turn one. Oh, yeah. It's slow going. That's fine. And that'll do it. Fate and Captain. Hello, Captain. Never seen you before. 10 max HP. Has one side that is 3 damage focus. Focus says it does twice if it targets the same target as the previous dice this turn. They have 2 sides that say shield 4, 2 sides that say 1 damage in cleave, and also chain, which is 2 times if it shares a keyword with the previous dice this turn, so if any previous dice also had cleave or chain as keywords. And then has the tactic, as I understand them to be, formation. This will cost us 3 damage pips and 3 shield pips, so a die with each of those. And it will do 2 damage to all enemies, then shield 2 to all allies. I don't think I'm good at triggering those cleaves, and therefore I don't really want it at all. But the fate is also not really what I want. Heal and shield 2 mana gain. I love getting mana, that's good with me. Strand, heal 2, spell rescue. Cost is refunded if it saves a hero. Cost is refunded doesn't really matter if I don't intend to continue casting spells. Or I could get a random tier 3 level up instead. Also, I really don't like the idea of losing my scrapper. I'd only be able to set up focus with the cleric's mini bow. Yeah, it's got to be a fate upgrade here. Heal 3 cleanse could be really important in this fight. No, I'm fine. Let's get some mana out of the good doctor. I'm gonna ridiculously overkill a target if I do it like this. It's not going to be a great idea for me, I don't think, to try and manage the spiders. I think I have to kill Tantis as quickly as possible. Because if I manage the individual spiders, yeah, Tantis summons more of them rather, than I can take down. Get Tantis to exactly 10 remaining HP. He'll also generate another 2 shield next turn, but 12 damage is not beyond me. Blessed lack of poison so far. Of course, I will need a steel side in order to guarantee that damage, but I get it. Unfortunately, the doctor will die. But sacrifices must be made. Oh, now everyone decides to poison me after the person who can deal with it is gone. Uh-huh. How very dare you all. Okay. I have the damage side. Let's take out both of the spiders doing poison this turn. And seems like all will be well. Man. Really would have not imagined the armor to have been as large a problem as it has been. Fight 17. Mirror Mask. Replace all sides with the hero abov's base sides. That's the ability to get a second Scrapper online. That's a second attacker, importantly. I think that's great, and I give that to the good doctor. Yeah, I mean, the regen is nice, but having another character capable of rolling a shield attack? Oh boy. It's not going to happen this turn, but it would be nice. Okay, 9 damage to a single target. That's the capability of taking out the core instantly. And in fact, in doing so, I demonstrate to myself that I instead wanted to defend the Fate this turn. Wiz does summon 2 bones, nothing I can really do about that. I don't want them to summon many more though, because all the bones will get 2 armor. If I mark you, then I'll be able to take out that second bones this turn as well. Alright, now it's just you and me, Chomp and Wiz. There goes the chomp. One big steel side from the doctor is enough to do that. And we'll finish him off comfortably. Valkyrie and Wanderer. So Wanderer... Wanderer has 1 damage Defy, plus 1 pip for each incoming damage. Yeah, so you want them to attack the Wanderer, and then the Wanderer do big damage back to them. Shield 2 Copycat. Shield 2 Copycat, that'll copycat the cantrips. As well as mana gain eventually. Honestly, Wanderer is probably a good response. Even if I'm now losing steel, I will eventually be able to use Error as big hits as well. And the Doctor having a copy of all of that stuff as well, I think, is very, very efficient. Alright, Operation Stop the Poet from Dying. Operation Stop the Poet from Dying is not going well at all. Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be watching that poet hit the ground. To be fair, the Fanatic is expending their life. There goes the Shade. Managing to knock their armor off in a single burst, so I can follow up with the Error to hit them. Ooh. Doctor is now giving out some shields. Some mana gain rather with the shield. The Defiance of the Wanderer capable of taking out a Shade, and now it's just a Spiker and us. Oh, these giant Error sides. They're everything I need. Fight 19. Helm of Power. Double the pips on the left side, and there's also Second Heart, plus 1 HP for every HP. Take the Helm of Power and drop that on the Fate. A 4 heal and 4 shield side at the same time? Boy, seems like it'd be good. Ooh, Doctor, you're ready to defy with 7 damage flying back at him? Oh, as we get shielded, we actually lose potency. So I should remember to shield at the end of all available actions here. Thankfully, we're still capable of taking out a zombie. That's all it gotta be. Second zombie down. And I'm actually going to cleanse off the poison on the Wanderer here, so that I don't waste my mana for the turn. Yeah, just a couple of attacks. A little bit more mana would be lovely. Dang, didn't get it. Could have made the enemy more vulnerable before attacking them there, but evidently was not necessary. And Wanderer rolls the attack, so we can just hit him for both error. The hand. Keeper, shield 5, steal, and has the ability to give self-heal and shield 2 sides. I do feel like the Keeper is probably going to be more important to us here. Let's give the Keeper the extra health and then Enchanted Harp over the Defy side for the Doctor, because I will still need a lot of additional shielding. Yeah, that's pretty much game right there, I think. The hand is giving us 4 damage poison cleave on the very first turn, which, it's gonna be pretty hard not to immediately lose to. Yeah, it's far from ideal. If I had a steel side, oh boy, I'd absolutely be off to the races right now. Oh boy. And the poison again. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. It's not fine. I can do 12 damage to a single unit. I should use that to take out the Saber. As much as I want to start working on a hand. Alright, I managed to clear off the poison on one of the characters. The hand is about to summon another 3 sabers. Thankfully my error sides are really coming in clutch now. Oh, Keeper is not going to be able to self-heal with that move. Well, we got past that turn. Without regen, not really getting stronger turn over turn right now. There's a nice Defy side, but again, it doesn't kill. Single units are only targeted like 2 times here. Let's just play with what we have at the moment and see how we could go. So I can take out the Saber on the top side. all of that still results in me losing the poet. If I lose the poet, I'm probably losing the fight already. $15 shielding seems like it's going to be too important to turn down this turn. Fate hits one of her best sides. All threes, baby! Roll all threes on all sides. Unlock the ordinary triangle. Yeah, I'm not capable of really doing damage this time. That said, I have found a way not to die, which is pretty good in a world where one of the enemies is going to die for having attacked us. Two of them have exerted. Our error sides are only getting better every turn. The hand is non-negotiably going to kill my top line target. Very rude. So that's a lot of my damage, you see. So I'd really like not to have to mourn them this quickly. There goes the doctor! Which means I no longer have the ability to purge my Wanderer for additional health. Wanderer, you just want to reroll for error sides. There we go. Here's the big problem, you see. I'm still probably at least 3 turns from being able to take out the hand, but I'm definitely dead this turn. Which is gonna make it difficult to survive. When they kill me, I find oftentimes in response to that I die. You know what? Maybe I can kill the hand next turn. I'm not gonna win the run, but I'm taking you with me. We've lost our unfair run. But in doing so, we've also unlocked Generate, an additional couple of characters and modes, although I believe, actually, yeah, get defeated on Classic on Unfair or harder, so in order to unlock that achievement, what I actually need to do is a Classic Unfair, and lose that one. Alas. We've still got the Generate mode now, where all heroes are randomly generated, as well as the Raid mode, where we have 10 heroes, double monsters, no items, only level ups, and we should change our UI scale down to accommodate it. But that's available in the next episode. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slice and Dice 3.0. Top left is my series playlist for all my contents on the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And I want to thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Diz and Mia. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.